welcome to the next video in the Control Panel Builder series. We're going to talk about the TeSys VLS disconnect switch. My name is Eric Barnes and I'm the Offer Marketing Manager for the TeSys products. The TeSys VLS comes in two frames. We have a 16 to 60 amp frame. This is rated to UL 60947-4-1. We also have frame 2, which is 60 to 100 amps, and it's rated to UL 98. Now you'll notice that we have different mounting options. We have a DIN rail mount as standard, as well as panel mount. And then we also offer a door mount series as well. We offer a wide variety of accessories. So we have changeover mechanisms, we have shafts, handles, we have some add-on poles as well as auxiliaries, and then we have an add-on fuse block. So let's talk a little bit about where disconnects are used. So the code requires you have disconnects, and the primary purpose is to isolate the circuit. Could be for maintenance, could be for installation. Code requires that you have disconnects for certain devices. So as an example, we have to have a disconnect for our motor controller. We also have to have a disconnect for the motor itself. Now code will allow you to use the same disconnect for both the controller and for the motor, but there is a distance requirement in that if your disconnect is out of sight, it's not in line of sight, then you would need a disconnect at the point of the motor. And that would be more suitable for our devices here, like the enclosed MD offer. It's a great offer for remote enclosed switching. But for the VLS, it's great for inside the panel type applications. So there's two types of standards I mentioned before. We have UL 60947-4-1, which used to be 508, and we have UL 98. Now there's different areas that we apply these devices. So what really is important to know is understand where your branch short circuit protection is. And if you're not sure where that is, the easiest way to figure that out is to start with your motor load or whatever the load is, work your way up the circuit, and when you get to the short circuit protection, that is your branch short circuit protection. Now, if your disconnect is above that, you must use a UL 98 switch. You don't want to use the 60947-4-1 above your branch short circuit protection. But if it's below your branch short circuit protection, then this is the disconnect you would typically use. So we have some unique features about the TeSys VLS line. We'll cover those right now. So we have some space-saving options that will help you reduce your panel space. So if you look at frame size 1, very compact. It's 1.42 inches wide, less than 2 inches tall, and less than 2 inches deep. It's a very, very small compact device. This was good up to 60 amps. Then we have this 100 amp frame. This is 2.75 inches wide, less than 4 inches tall, and less than 3 inches deep. So very compact sizes will help you reduce your overall panel space requirements. We have some unique usability features as well. So one is that we include a handle. So you may think that's not very revolutionary, but typically when you buy disconnects, especially mains, they typically don't come with a handle. They're expecting you to use a shaft and a handle mechanism. And if you need to operate that switch with the door open, maybe you're doing some testing, or maybe you're installing the product and verifying things are working correctly, it's very hard to operate this type of device. So here's another example. This is a 200 amp switch, but you can see there's no handle located on the device. So the TeSys VLS offer gives you the handle as standard, which is very nice. Another thing that we do is we give you a padlockable hasp as standard, and that's not an accessory you have to buy. It's already included in the device, so you don't need to worry about adding that down the road. Another thing we do with the handle is make it much easier to turn. So those of you that have used other disconnects before, you probably experienced where you have to really crank on it to get it to turn open or closed. This is very much easier to operate, and so that's a nice little feature that we added to the product itself. Another thing that we did is, in terms of usability, is we give you a handle here that's got a UL 4X rating on it. So this gives you the ability to be able to use one handle, whether it's NEMA 1, NEMA 3R, NEMA 12, or NEMA 4X. You don't have to stock different handle types. Some other unique things that we've done with the product is we have some unique mounting rubber tabs here. That's included as standard with the DIN rail supports that are on here. And what this does for you is it helps grab onto that DIN rail instead of let it slide down the DIN rail. And where that's advantageous is, let's say you've got this as your main with the shaft going through the front, and you box it up, you build it in the factory, you box it up, you ship it to the job site, and with the vibration that occurs, some disconnects may slide a little bit down the DIN rail. And when you open the door, the shaft now is misaligned. So we try to close the door again. It may be difficult to do. You have to do some adjustments. So this kind of helps you kind of bite down on that, and it keeps it from sliding. Another thing that we do on our handles is we give you some universal mounting holes. So you'll notice we have several mounting holes on this particular handle here. And odds are you're probably not going to have to change your mounting hole locations from what you're using today. So again, that just makes it easier for you to be able to drop this right in and go run with the VLS without making significant changes. Another thing that we do is we give you a snap-on handle. So I'll disassemble this and show you real quick how it goes together. This is for our front door mount series. So when you mount this through the door, you got to be able to secure, once it's mounted, you got to be able to secure the handle to it. So you put the handle through, we give you just a simple clip that you put in, and now we've secured. So now we've got this connected. And we also, for this type of device, give you accessibility through the back. So if you're doing a door mount style, you want to be able to just tighten your screws through the back instead of the front. So again, nice little feature to make it easier to use the product. And then there's two other unique applications that we've come up with, some accessories. This would be our fuse block here that we've added onto the frame one size. So the way this would work is you would tighten it down to the terminals, you would apply your fuses here, close that up, and then we turn that on, and now we've got it locked in. So you can't actually open the door with it in the on position. So it's not only a handy feature, but it's very safe. So where you want to use this is where you want supplementary protection. Maybe you've got a sensitive piece of equipment or you need some additional fuse protection for your circuit. You can quickly do that by adding this block, and you're not going to have to add and mount separately another fuse block. Another set of accessories we offer are some mechanical linkages. So this one allows us to put two of the standard 3-pole devices together, and we put them on, and once we get it secured, we can actually operate all 6 poles with one switch. We also offer a style that allows you to go off and then on for the left, on for the right, and that allows you to do kind of a changeover type application. And these can be done in 6 or 8 poles, depending on what you're looking for. So for more information on the VLS or any other TeSys product that we offer, we'd encourage you to go to www.schneider-electric.us/TeSys. I want to remind you to sign up for the Control Panel Builder portal for quick access to all the latest information and news, and be sure to check out future videos. Thank you for watching.